Good evening, everyone. St. Augustine once said that the world is a book, and those who do not travel only read one page. So tonight I would like to talk about traveling abroad. And there's the book, because St. Augustine said that cool quote. Many travel bloggers and travel enthusiasts agree that travel is a form of therapy, and especially international travel, and that it helps open up new perspectives and broaden your views. That is along with Katie Soren, who is an avid travel blogger. And I realize that a lot of people may not think they can travel or may not be able to travel, so I've come up with a checklist of 3 things to kind of help you through the preparations of getting into travel and to kind of show that you can, even though you may feel like you're tied down to family or to school or to same old routine. So the 3 things are research, legalities, and other miscellaneous prep such as packing and how to adapt to a new culture or just get ready for a new culture. So the first thing you want to do is to pick where you're going to go. There's a lot of places and ranges from like mountains, castles, Australian outback, there's tons of places, rainforests. So I mean you got to find somewhere you want to go. What do you want to see? And then after you find that you got to figure out how you're going to get there and what the transportation is like there, whether the best way to go is by train, boat, bus, car, taxi, what the best place is. Especially in Europe, there's a lot of train passes, and it's better to like book ahead and try to find like a week pass or a weekend pass, and it saves you a lot of money and time. So look at things like that. What's the best way, especially where you want to go? What's your time frame, and how accessible are the places that you want to get to? Try to always work in accounting for interferences such as bad weather, national holidays, things like that, because that can really mess you up, especially tourist season rushes. So, you've got where you want to go, and now you've got to work on the legalities. First thing you need is a passport. Travel.gov.state is a website put out by the US government that if you need a passport or if you need to renew your passport, it has all the forms that you need to fill out, all the steps, you go there and it's really simple. However, many people think that you can just do it quickly, and this is not the case. It's much better to give yourself at least a month of time for the government to go through all the stupid red tape and allow a minimum of 2 weeks shipping and handling. Try to give yourself at least a month or so. So yeah, look at that, give yourself ample time. Travels.state.gov. After you've got your passport, though, you've got to look at whether or not you need a visa. Many countries require expats to have a visa upon entry. And we're not talking about a little debit card visa or credit card, although that's very important for travel. We're talking about a visa that lets you enter the country as an alien. So there's different types of visas, such as like student, worker, tourist, whatever. Look what you need for how long you're going to be there, and you can get your visa. This very interesting site name, withoutthestress.com, gives you a list of countries that require US citizens to get a visa for. So that's kind of helpful if you're looking at that. After you've got your visa, make sure you look at if you're medically prepared. Many countries require you to have vaccines such as yellow fever, and you cannot come in. And in Africa, they'll take you in a deep, dark room and give you a shot with a needle that's been in a lot of people's butts, and you don't want that. So make sure you are up to date on your vaccines and bring along your WHO card. TripPrep.com is a site that tells you what countries need what, how to prepare medically for a trip, and all that stuff. So, you're all ready, legally, you've done your research, now you've got to get your tickets. Where to go? BookingBuddy.com is my personal favorite, as it's an easy website to maneuver. It's just very easy, it's very straightforward, it allows you to book hotels, cars, taxis, planes, compare a lot of different prices, broad range, and it'll even send you like promotion deals and stuff. When booking tickets, try to book as far in advance as you can. But that being said, also be patient and wait for promotions. There's all sorts of deals for like families of 4s, college students, things like that. When booking, also try to book in the middle of the week, as this gives companies, usually the first couple days of the week, they'll start bartering down and going down prices, and then by Wednesday or so, ticket prices are the lowest. So try to buy tickets as far in advance as possible and in the middle of the week. After that, so after you've got your tickets and your research and everything, you got to know what to pack. So obviously you need clothes, because you can't go around walking naked places, and you need your electronics. But what do you need to bring? what's the weather going to be like where you are? What season's it going to be? Last Christmas, I went to Australia, and it was winter when I left, and lo and behold, it was summer when I got there. So if I hadn't known that, it would have been really awkward, and I would have been really warm. But knowing what you got to bring, whether it's going to be rainy, sunny, whatever. It's also important to remain respectful of the culture that you're going into with your clothing. If you're especially going to the Middle East, you need to wear a lot more clothing in order to remain respectful of the people there, and that'll help them be happier towards you. Electronics. Many people will bring electronics overseas and expect to be able to plug right into the wall and it'll work. This is not the case. I grew up overseas, and I have too many stories of people come in and try to do that, and you end up blowing things and making a lot of smoke. So remember to buy proper adapters, converters, and making sure your electronics are rated properly for that. Last but not least, for things to bring, a camera. Lots of memories are made traveling, and they're easily jumbled. That castle is mixed with this castle, this outback is mixed with that desert. It all jumbles. So try to bring a camera and make the most of the memories and remember them. While everyone may not be able to travel, it's not something that should go lightly looked over. It really helps expand your mind and give you a new perspective on life. So do your research. Figure out where you want to go. Get your passport, do all your legalities, get a suitcase together, and go to the airport. Have some fun. I've been to 18 countries. I've turned a few pages in this world's book, and I've seen a lot. I've seen things that some people think only exist in movies, but I've also met people who have never left their state. So be adventurous, try something new, get out there, turn a new page in this world. Please show them. Yeah. Thank you. How long was that?